Shola Shoretire has expressed his pride in holding the record as Manchester United's youngest player to feature in a European match, but he is now focused on challenging his former club as he returns to Old Trafford with PAOK. The forward, who emerged from United's academy, made history in February 2021 when he played in the Europa League against Real Sociedad at just 17 years and 23 days old, surpassing Norman Whiteside's record. Now 20, Shoretire is back where it all began, this time representing PAOK, having signed a 4-year contract with them after his deal with the Premier League giants expired. Shoretire's journey with Manchester United began when he was just 9 years old, his talent already obvious. Scouts had noticed his agility, quick footwork and natural understanding of the game, qualities that set him apart even among the club's elite youth. Old Trafford became a second home, the academy his playground, and he grew up idolising United legends who had worn the shirt with distinction. By 17, Shoretire's hard work paid off when he stepped onto the pitch in the Europa League match against Real Sociedad, breaking records and earning the Jimmy Murphy Young Player of the Year award shortly after. The young forward's dedication was undeniable, and United fans cheered for the promising star they hoped would shine for years to come. Leaving United was a tough decision, he explained in an interview, his voice carrying a maturity well beyond his 20 years. But it was the right one for my career. PAOK gave me an opportunity to prove myself, and I'm really happy with how things have gone so far. I'm grateful to be here, and I'm determined to make this a successful journey. In PAOK, Shoretire found a new family. The fans were loyal, passionate, and had embraced him with open arms. Although different from the lights of Manchester, the stadium in Thessaloniki carried its own intensity, the fans singing for their team as if their lives depended on it. Shola thrived in this environment, and his confidence blossomed. Under PAOK's coaching staff, he was given a central role on the pitch, his skills honed with every match. Yet, there was a humility to him. A silent respect for his roots that kept him grounded. When the Europa League draw revealed that PAOK would face Manchester United, Shoretire was taken aback. Returning to Old Trafford so soon was unexpected, but he felt a thrill at the chance to play against his former club. It was a big surprise, but a nice one, he said. I've been looking forward to this day, to coming back here. Game day arrived, and Shoretire was well aware of the attention his return garnered. Journalists and fans alike speculated on how he might perform against the club that raised him. Would he celebrate if he scored? Would he offer his teammates inside knowledge of United's tactics? For Shoretire, the answer was clear. I wouldn't be here without them, he stated. If I score, I won't celebrate. It's not about that, it's about respect for everything they gave me. As the match kicked off, Old Trafford was alive with energy. The PAOK fans, though fewer in number, were spirited, chanting passionately for their team. Shoretire stepped onto the field with a calm resolve. The stadium erupted in applause for their former youth player, a warm acknowledgement of his contribution to the club's legacy. The game itself was tense, with United dominating possession early on, while PAOK's defence stood firm. Shoretire weaved through defenders, showing off the very skills he had cultivated in United's academy. Midway through the first half, he received a quick pass just outside the box, his instincts telling him to go for the goal. He paused for a second, steadied himself and took the shot. The ball sailed toward the net, missing by inches. The crowd gasped a near goal from their former young star. Shoretire's expression was unreadable, though a subtle nod suggested he knew the opportunity was close. As Shoretire walked down the tunnel one last time, he couldn't help but feel grateful. He was only 20, with a world of football still ahead of him. His return to Old Trafford, his respect for his former club, and his resilience with PAOK had left an impression on fans and players alike. This match was not the end of Shoretire's journey, but rather a milestone, reminding him and everyone else MUFC the power of dreams, hard work, and the unbreakable connection to the club that first believed in him. And so, with a heart full of memories and ambitions, Shoretire looked forward to the future, ready to write the next chapter of his story wherever the game might take him. Alejandro Garnacho appears to have hit back at the criticism he received in the wake of Manchester United's draw with Chelsea by uploading a cryptic Instagram post. The 20-year-old has been one of the few strong performers for United this season, scoring 6 goals and laying on a further 4 assists across all competitions, while many of his teammates have struggled. But that wasn't the case on Sunday afternoon, as the Reds, in Premier League action for the first time since Erik Ten Hag's sacking, lacked impetus in a 1. one draw against Chelsea at Old Trafford. Garnacho was handed his 7th start of the Premier League season by interim manager Ruud van Nistelrooy, but failed to aid United's attacking threat due to poor decision-making in the final third, resulting in teammate Casemiro berating the Argentine. The forward was also the subject of criticism online from quarters of the club's fan base for his performance, but appeared to hit back at the discourse with an Instagram story on Tuesday night. Garnacho uploaded a motivational image captioned, "Make it personal." Of course, only Garnacho will know what he meant with his post, but it is a phrase that is often used by sports stars when they have suffered a setback. Garnacho is set to be involved in United's latest outing against PAOK and Leicester City before the end of the week. After that, though, United will enter a new era as Sporting CP manager Ruben Amorim takes over the club on Monday and will oversee his first fixture in charge of the club at Ipswich Town later this month. However, he is set to face a fight to keep his place in the GIC1, with Amorim likely to try and implement his favoured 3-4-3 formation at Old Trafford. It's a chilly November evening and Old Trafford is shrouded in anticipation. The last leaves of autumn drift through the air as fans pull their scarves a little tighter, eager to see Manchester United's stars light up the pitch once more. The familiar hum of excitement is back as whispers fill the stands. Who's returning tonight? In the heart of Carrington, a young Lenny Yoro walks without crutches for the first time in months. Memories of his pre-season injury in the States feel like a distant shadow as he steps onto the grass with renewed strength. A fractured metatarsal had held him back, but tonight he's closer than ever to making that grand entrance his fans have been waiting for. Rumours say he'll be back right after the international break, just in time for Ipswich Town. A few fields over, Mason Mount is running drills with the same ferocity he brought to Tottenham back in September. The head injury that forced him off the pitch, leaving fans and teammates worried, has healed enough for him to train with the squad. Though he still has a few weeks to go, there's a fire in his eyes, a promise to return and deliver the magic everyone's been missing. Meanwhile, Harry Maguire limps past the rows of jerseys and supporters' banners. He remembers the moment against Aston Villa when he felt the sharp pain shoot through his foot, a pain that still lingers like a ghost. The United medical team gives him the all clear, but he's careful with each step. His November return might be close, but he knows better than to rush it out on the pitch. Fans feel a pang of nostalgia for Luke Shaw, whose calf injury has kept him away for a staggering 8 months. They miss his precise tackles and gritty passion. The setbacks haven't been kind, but the fans hold on to hope, eyes constantly scanning the roster for his name. Elsewhere, Christian Eriksen's seat in the director's box at Old Trafford feels both comforting and frustrating. Watching the Leicester game from above, he's itching to be out there, his injury shrouded in mystery, but his will to return is unmistakable. And Antony, his unforgettable last match ended with crutches and a protective boot. But they say he's healing. Nobody knows when he'll be back, but every game feels like it might just be the one dot. These players may be sidelined for now, but the hearts of the United faithful beat for them, willing them back to the field. As each day brings them closer, the air fills with hope that one by one the Reds will rise again, ready to reclaim their glory. And as each fan watches, scarf tight, eyes bright, they know they'll be there to witness it all. Sporting's outgoing manager Ruben Amorim refused to humour the idea of signing Victor Gyökeres for Manchester United, despite his hat-trick against Manchester City in the Champions League. Amorim was taking charge of Sporting for the final time in Lisbon on Tuesday night, and he certainly went out with a bang. City started the stronger and took an early lead through Phil Foden, but once Gyökeres equalised just before the interval, the tide had turned. Maximiliano Araujo gave Sporting the lead less than a minute after the break, before Gyökeres' emphatic penalties secured victory for the Lisbon club. In his post-match interview, Amorim began by paying tribute to the farewell afforded to him. Looking at the game, it was written in stone, he explained in his post-match press conference. The opponent missing a penalty when the score was 3-1. There are days when things have to happen in a certain way. We started the second half very well. The crowd started to get excited. I couldn't ask for another farewell. I'm very happy with this moment. After paying tribute to the fans, the line of questioning shifted to Gyökeres and whether he was on Amorim's radar for United. However, the Portuguese head coach was clear with his thoughts on this. Gyökeres, I've just made peace with them, Sporting. I'm not even going to joke about it signing him for United, Amorim insisted. Gyökeres is at a big club, and now all he has to do is finish the season here. Gyökeres has now scored 20 goals in 16 appearances for Sporting this campaign. Speaking to TNT Sports, Amorim added, No, I cannot be funny with that. In this moment it was tough for me to leave. If I'm starting joking about that with your cameras, I have problems. This is my city, this is my country, so I will respect that Victor has to stay until the end of the season and then his life is going maybe somewhere else.